I can't sleep, so I kind of want to talk to you guys about something in this game, and it's something that's kind of very alarming, I guess you could say. And I think it's alarming in a way that is very, very unique. Okay, this game released in a really bad state. The devs are showing a premise to listen. And now, here's the thing. The first thing I'm gonna say is that do I believe in the devs' ability to fix this game? Possibly. And the thing is, we understand that devs know what the player wants, but we don't know how they will implement it. And here's the biggest thing about me personally. The fact that we have to wait 2 months for them to fix basic things in this game that they know are a problem is a little concerning in the fact that, hey, if these guys are taking 2 months and they've only addressed like 2% of the problems in the game right now, it really sucks. And a lot of people are saying, oh, wait till this update and this update. And it's like, why do we have to wait for an update when the way that Fina was released is so like poor? She didn't release with any demon wedges to help her. She didn't release with anything to support her kit. She only released as a base character, and it's it's really alarming to me. Like the more that I think about it, how that happened. Okay, and now do I believe that they're going to fix up? I believe personally, right? Like the weapons, right? The weapons can just literally be fixed by demon wedges. Like if they add a multiplier demon wedge, right, for weapons, the weapons will be fixed. You want me to be honest? Because the only thing is, like, if you can literally with Fina, right? Fina is a band-aid, so you wouldn't be able to run it on her, which sucks. You wouldn't be able to play Fina as a main character. So then, like, their appeal of buying Fina, whatever, I guess. But on every other character, while you're playing with Fina, if they added like a 2x multiplier to crit so that you could over crit level 3, and then what, like, they don't even need to add a multiplier for crit damage, just a multiplier for crit rate so you could do that. They added like some sort of weapon damage bonus, right? Or they removed the system and they made everything spike, right? Everything so that it can do spike damage, slash, and puncture. It's not called puncture, it's called smash. Oh, that's all S, that's funny. It would be very nice, but the weapons are so bad. It's absolutely insane. And the only way that you can make weapons do good damage is by sacrificing your character build. And it's like, why do you have to sacrifice your character build to do damage with weapons? And there's the wedge hunt down, and that wedge doesn't even like it's minus 50% skill damage, right? Which you negate your whole kit. Whereas if you ran morale, which is plus 18%, it's it's just better. Why does that wedge have a negative multiplier on it? It makes the wedge so bad. So that's one thing. It's like, okay, so the devs don't know if they want you to do weapon damage or not, or if they want weapon damage to come at the cost of skill. And if they do, they really need to figure that out. And we don't have an idea of their design philosophy. We don't have any idea of what is their philosophy. What do they want people to do, right? And the next thing is, we don't have a design philosophy on content. Do they want every game mode to be terrible, like defense and stuff? Do they want every game mode to be bad? Right? Do they want you to farm and sit there and stand here and do nothing, right? What do they want you to do? Do they want more game modes like this that you play multiplayer on? But multiplayer doesn't work. So do they everything playing single is just better. And it sucks. And so there's no support in this game mode for single players. So then where's that? And I understand it's really early, but the thing is, this game had a lot of testing. And if you're saying that the fact that this game changed from a gacha to a normal game changes everything, there's no way you're human. There's no way you're human if you think that. Because if the game changed from gacha, the only thing that would change is the grind mechanics and how they wanted to sell stuff. But even in the current state, if they wanted to sell you I6 Fina is so bad that it doesn't even matter. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, so would this game have just released in such a terrible state regardless? Or did they give up on those aspects of QOL because it's like, hey, we're not making money on it anyway, so it doesn't matter. So that's something I don't understand. And so it's not even that the game has an identity issue with Warframe. It's that the game has an issue with all the mechanics in the game, and that the deeper, and this is one thing I've said, right, to people, and I think people are starting to wake up to this, where it's like, the deeper you try to figure out stuff in this game, the more you figure out how much stuff is broken. And it's like, yeah, the core gameplay is good, and yeah, you can wait till next patch. I'm just stating this just so you guys know, right? And here's the biggest problem, because this game right now currently, they have not said anything about the patch except like 4 updates, four things that they're changing, and these 4 things that are changing are, there's no way that these are changing everything. So then it's like, okay, now do we have to wait till 1.2? And 1.2 is in another, was it 28, 70, was it 80 something days? Is that what it is? Is 90? What's 28 times? Like 70 something days, right? It's it's like, okay, well, if patch 1.2 is coming out, what's happening, you know? So they need to figure out their design philosophy. And currently, right now, players aren't being rewarded, and so people don't like the game. And if people are like, hey, I'll come back to the game and patch 1.x, I don't think that's a great idea. The game is designed to be a mobile game, but no one plays it on mobile because it doesn't play well on mobile. So you have this game that's nerfed by the fact that it's a mobile game, and that's not great. Like, what's going on there? Like, this video isn't even, it's just more of a rant, so I just want to rant, blow off some steam, whatever. But it's this weird thing, and it's just like, it's this weird thing of, do I really want to play this game more and invest more time, get all the demon wedges and stuff, or it's like, yo, this game is gonna die in like a month or two and I'm scared, and then it's just like, okay, well, I put all this time in this game, and then a game I like is gonna be lost, you know? It's from a place of concern, I feel, because I really do like this. I haven't played a game this much in a while. I really like this game. I don't really like the core gameplay loop, but I can get over that because it's kind of enjoying to level up stuff for me. So that's the thing that's getting me past it. It's just more progression and finding out little things step by step. So, but for most people, it's not that great. And then here's another thing, right? They instantly patched, okay? Instantly hotfix. Yo, we gotta hotfix the fact that people can exploit and get the event instantly. Instantly, guys, we have to, all hands on deck. We have to fix this. We have to fix this immediately. But we can't make it to the immersive theater can come out 5 hours earlier on NA, so it comes out with the patch. Like, what? What? That's such a weird oversight. It's like, hey guys, you're excited for Fina, and then it's like, oh, but she doesn't come out till later, by the way, so have fun waiting 10 hours for a character that you already waited for. Oh, but on the other servers, right? She came out. So like, yeah, you guys in particular, you're messed up. Not everyone else, just you guys in particular, you guys are bodied. And so that's another thing. Like, is that something that's going to happen in the future as well? That's not something that was addressed, you know? At all. And by the way, when the event switched, the timer on the immersive theater was broken. So I don't know what to say about that. I really don't. It's just genuinely disappointing. It is. And I'm going to be honest, these guys have communicated a lot more than other games, so I don't really mind, okay? You have to be very cordial and stuff as developers, and you can't be like, hey, this is what I want to say. Because sadly, if you say that, right, even people like me, right, I say that and I get criticized. These people are the developers of the game. If they say something and they say something wrong that is not carefully vetted 20 times over, they are going to be in a bad thing. But personally, here's the biggest thing that I want. I want them to have a stance on the Covenanters. I want them to have a stance on the current Demon Wedge grind. Okay? I want them to have a stance on these characters, right? And how they're built. And how some of their kits are horrible. And they really need to be refixed. And if these kits are horrible in the game, imagine if they were bad before. And people were spending money on that, you know? It's really bad. It's really, really bad. It's like, oh, characters are good up until I2, and then I6 is weird. So that's another thing. I want them to have a stance on characters. I want them to have a consistent process of doing things that kind of makes sense and is logical. Right now, it doesn't make any sense. And it's like, hey, we're giving you guys depth for free, but the people that need at peace, nah, you guys don't. It doesn't matter, right? And it's like, okay, well, what? That demon wedge is just as important as depth, and so it's like that sucks. And lastly, right, I want them to have a decently better schedule on these events, and they're upsizing their staff and stuff, so that's fine. But they need to have a better policy for these updates because you cannot have like patch updates when your game is in this state. You cannot have monthly updates for a game that's in this state. Okay, and these are like game patches that are actually important. Those are the biggest things that I'm thinking about in this game. This rant. Normally, I have like at least like a smaller notepad, so I at least have some form of concise thing. But it's just a really bad feeling, and I hope they succeed because here's the thing: all of this right here, all of this hedges on 1.1. Guys, the demon wedges are gonna fix things. They're gonna fix things, guys. They said they're gonna fix this. They did not address dying based costumes. They did not address the fact that you cannot color things multiple colors. They did not address anything like that. And so we have to assume as players that, hey, these problems are getting done. Rather than, hey, why don't they say, hey, these are things we're looking into, right? Like right here, right? They said these are things that are guaranteed getting fixed, right? Right? They said these things are guaranteed getting fixed. Why can't they say we're looking into this? And that's phrasing. We're looking into this. We're seeing if these are problems, and then they just list out the fucking 100 things, bro. Honestly, that's what I want. That's what I want. Then we know at least they have some concise thing, right? So that's what I hope they do in the next bulletin. And I mean, yeah. See you guys. Bye bye. Bye bye.